Welcome to another live stream. Today we have something cool that we want to show you, but before that we're just going to wait for you to join and for us to be ready. As you can see, one has a cool new background behind him.
This is a soundproofing. We are all in on the streams.
So he can scream.
I'll be sharing the live link in our Discord.
Yes. We got to share it. I need the soundproof. This is too thin. You cannot scream here.
Yeah.
My neighbors can hear the live stream, bro. Does it help with live stream, the soundproof?
It does for everyone else in the house, but yeah, these Apple earphones are so good. You. I think it's good enough for most people.
Nice. Let's see. Wait a couple of more minutes, and then we can start. All right. We got something special today to show you. As you already know, AI is everywhere, and we have been building for many years now different products in AI, both Ivan and I, in different industries, niches, and pretty successful, huge products. But what we have right now is going to help you guys and see the future of options trading. So Ivan will show you what that means right now.
All right. So before we go into the actual announcement and the new demo, I just want to share how it works today. Basically, you connect your broker with one click, and then you get suggestions in your inbox, Discord, or you can just see them in the app. And it's literally a checklist you go through every day to generate income for your portfolio. But this is already like additional effort. You need to go through multiple apps. In the future, the way trading and options are going to work is just imagine you have one click to not just connect your broker, but also generate a second brain that can continue trading just like you do and just generate income on its own. And that's exactly what I want to share. Today I got a demo, so this is still just alpha preview. You cannot use it unless you're on the wait list. But basically in one click, and I can literally click it here to regenerate to see how quickly it is. I took my last 2,000 trades to generate a brain of my trading decisions. If you zoom in, you can see different kind of nodes, and they're basically strategies, signals, events connected into decisions. So let's, for example, take a core wave. You can see I collected 1,300 in premium, and it understands what signals were at the time of me placing the trade, and then decisions that that I personally took. So it kind of can build up those decision matrix and learn from your personal trading, adapt in real time, and basically simulate what you would do in certain situations. Like I can ask it what I would do if SPY drops 2% and so on. And right now it's just some explanation that AI would give you, but it does so well. I think I could just give it my portfolio and it would start simulating my own trades.
So there are a couple of things here. Yeah, so there are a couple of things here, guys. What you see on the screen is a visual representation of your trading brain, which is basically a database, so nodes that are connected that show you visually how you make decisions, what were you trading, what are the events that happened, and signals that made you make that trade. How that helps us in QuantWheel and how it affects you. Well, first of all, it's cool to see that, and you can analyze your trades. But second, it is a database of everything you do. So if you knew what you were doing, you would be able to train AI to do exactly how you trade. And based on this brain, and you all are going to have that brain, whether it's visual or not, you're going to be able to teach AI to do exactly what you want. And this is the beginning of agentic trading on QuantWheel. What that means is the brain will analyze what you're doing with each ticker at each situation. You're not going to have to analyze what is the price of the stock, the tech fundamentals, and all of these things. It will already know what you would do in that situation, and it'll send you triggers, so alerts and signals, or it will make those trades for you in the future. That's why this is important, and it's the beginning of what it will be in the future. And what we wanted to show you is, yeah, this is what the future of QuantWheel will look like. Ivan.
Exactly. Right now, we obviously see just a few signals like GEX, put walls, call walls, gamma, and we're adding Greeks, news, and sentiment, and all the other signals. But we will enable you to also bring your own signals, or even create your own signals and distribute them as strategies. So stay tuned, Luca.
Yeah, and if you have any questions around that, join our Discord or comment under this video. We'll reply to all the comments if you're watching the replay. And I wanted to ask even a couple of questions before we end the live stream. This was a short one to show you and give you an update. How was your trading week so far, Ivan? I see a lot of red colors on my app.
Yeah, this week, yesterday, I started off with a lot of green, and I was thinking that I should close my positions that I opened last week. They all kind of started green, and then suddenly they turned red. So I'm rolling my cash secure puts and collecting more premium and just keeping my emotions. There's a lot of red, but nothing is getting in the money. So when that happens, I'm just keeping my emotions and just to see if Quant will recommend some rolls, do the rolls, and continue on with my day.
Okay, so another question: when you look at your positions, when or what has to happen for you to roll?
Yeah. Basically, I gave QuantWheel my strategy that says, hey, if you can find me a new strike price that kind of releases at least 5% of the equity, less than 200 days of extra expiration, and the new credit I receive is more than 15% annualized, then I'll just do the roll. Like, it just makes sense. It's a great deal to collect more premium at a great annualized ROI rate. And then I just reduce my cash exposure. And then as time goes on, I just continue doing the same until the position expires, or I actually get even a better entry in the stocks I like.
And so you look at 200 days of expiration.
At most. So
at most, okay.
Yeah, I don't like to extend like 5% equity released for 300 days extra is not worth it, because even if you get a lot of credit for it, you'll probably get more with just assigning it and letting covered calls. I personally like the wheel strategy that it rolls as long as possible on the cash secure put side. This is just my preference, but anyone can just adjust as the QuantWheel as they prefer.
And if you look at your portfolio, how was that strategy so far? What are the results? You can share, you don't have to, you can talk, whatever works better for you.
So you I lost you for a moment. Can you repeat the question?
You can share the screen. You don't have to. Whatever works better for you. How has this strategy worked so far with rolling?
Yeah, it's very good. I can share the screen of my action center. All right. So yeah, your equity kind of that your broker shows you goes up and down because cash secure puts can go red even though they're not getting in the money. So I focus on my realized P&L, and you can see I'm already 39% of my yearly target, and we are only in May. So I'm doing okay with my goals, and yeah, I'll just continue to roll. For example, right now, NLR or nuclear ETF, yeah, it has almost 200 days of extra expiration, but I will release some equity from the trade and collect more credits. And then it did, like the only downside here is that I do end up having a lot of positions. Right now I have like 95 positions that are active. But that's why I have QuantWheel to look at all of them for me, and I don't have to be looking at my screen all the time, having 1,000 charts open. It just does it for me.
What's your favorite stock to trade?
My favorite right now is silver. Silver, why? Let me just share this screen and share you one interesting chart. I like silver because it's volatile at the moment, great premiums, but I know that long term I can end up having it for 10 years and I know it's going to be okay. I'll just show you one interesting chart. I'll go to log chart here. If you look at the, I don't know, last 50, 60 years of silver, this looks like a perfect cup and handle. And with a retest of this high, and if it does continue to go that's bullish, I think fundamentals do support it. You get to a target of around $700. So like even if I end up holding silver for a very long time, I think the downside is limited and upside is a lot higher. That's why I can go like a bit more aggressive in silver and do a bit more, be a bit more capital intensive. What about you, Luca?
I think that's kind of unusual for an options seller to trade commodity. So I think that's interesting to hear. Maybe for some other live stream to talk about that, how you pick what you're going to trade. Well, for me, it's CoreWave and any AI or energy stock. So data center, AI, and energy is my focus. I've done a pretty good job picking the stocks. Probably should have held much longer before I sold in 2025. But now I'm doing basically the same thing in a much smarter way. So I think long term I'm just going to earn a lot on appreciation, and I'm very conservative. Short term, extremely short expirations, like 7 days, and I'm aiming at whatever 0.5 weekly or even less on these stocks because I don't want to lose them. And if I get assigned, I'll go at very high delta CSP to get assigned again at a lower price. I'm just going to repeat with those. I'm just going to repeat that with AI, data centers, and energy. And probably if there are good entries, just buy the stock straight away.
Yeah, I think you're on point. I think the infra play and energy is going to go up a lot longer than people expect in their narrative that like oil is going down and energy is going down. I think the demand for energy is just going to go up in the new world.
I'm looking at, so this is US, obviously we trade US mostly, but I'm looking at Europe. I'm looking at our country where we're from. I'm looking at European Union, what they are doing. Every country invests tons of money in their own infra. So it's not just the US, everywhere. So I think the biggest companies in every country will be connected with energy, data, or AI directly. And I think if you look at top 100 companies in the US, you'll see, I think, a change where in the future, some of those where I'm trading right now will be in the top 100 or top 50 already.
Yeah, I would also add security in that mix. I think security in the age of AI will be super important, especially with AI and quantum computing. Like world-class security is going to be a must for any business and personal.
And for anyone
and
watching this live stream, I think what Ivan does very well is trading indexes. So nuclear ETF, extremely smart, because that's also this is going to diversify your picks across different stocks. It's not as risky, but you're earning money on nuclear because it's the future for sure.
Exactly. That's kind of you see what the future is, and you might be wheeling stuff for years. You need some, like, our whole play is bet on time. Like, that's why we sell options, because time works for us. And if you pick something that's going to go up with time, then basically you have double benefit.
Yeah, if you're wheeling something and it's volatile, but it's something you would like to hold anyways for a long time, doesn't matter if it's volatile. It's even better. You'll earn premium and a lot more money if you hold it for a longer time.
Exactly.
So look at all these AI stocks, all the energy stocks, they're exploding, but the upside is such a huge one that where if you DCA or if you just continue wheeling it, you're gonna earn much more long term than if you would just do it with kind of like a boring stock, American Airlines or something like that.
What do you look for, like your long-term investments and trading? Do you separate those two, or just one account?
Yeah, I separate those. My plan is, so last year I made some stupid decisions where I bought super risky stocks, and that's the only thing where I lost money on. But every profit that I earn on options, because I don't need that, it's kind of like a gift. That's why I was trading shitty stocks, because I felt like it's something I didn't work for that much. But if I was to bring them back the time, and what I will do from like this year and in the future, every piece of profit I will invest in something very long term or pure dividend play, so that I just continue earning money from the money that I get that I didn't have to work for. So imagine you have 100,000, you get 1% monthly on it, and that's 1,000. And each of these premium like money, 1,000 profit on 100,000 that you trade options with, goes into for example, waste management or anything that is AI resistant. Any traditional company will never go away. Waste will always be there. It's tiny dividend, but it's very secure. Or you can even invest in like JEPI. JEPI is JEP, which is 10% dividend stock. It's an ETF, or not an ETF, but a stock of JP Morgan, and they basically sell options the same way you do. But JP Morgan is JP Morgan, and it's 10% per year. You can just
They track S&P, right?
And they track S&P, pretty secure one.
I mean, building QuantWheel, we talk with a bunch of users, and they tell us their strategies. We try to help them optimize them with QuantWheel. So if you have something, just text us in Discord or email, whatever. But yeah, one of the people do share their strategy that they sell options, sell cash secure puts, covered calls, and then they roll that premium to buy leaps. And that's kind of on the roadmap to support also finding your optimal leaps. And that's kind of a compounding strategy where you sell a cash secure put, buy a leap, then you can turn it into a poor man covered call, and you're just constantly collecting premiums and doing very capital efficient long-term investing. I mean, leaps do have expiration of, I don't know, 2 years, 1 year, 2 to 3 years. But if it expires, you can just basically repurchase the same contract at the end of those 2 years for basically the same price. You just add a bit of premium. So it's like a very interesting play.
What's very interesting for me also, when I look at and talk to people like Ivan, it just opens my eyes to what could be cool, what is interesting to do. Because when you learn how to trade options, for example, and you are investing in stocks already, it opens your eyes to how many things you can do to earn money and what financial education means. So if you have a lot of money and want something very secure, and you just buy S&P, you can have a piece of your portfolio where you just sell cash secured puts on negative days on S&P. And this means that you get a higher premium for lower price of S&P if you get assigned than you would if you just normally bought it. Or what you can do if you look at S&P as well is you can look a year from now and just sell puts a year from now, and you'll probably get the premium, which you'll never get assigned. If you do, you're lucky, but if you'll get the high premium, like 6, 7 to 10%, depends on the day, and you're just going to get the credit right now. So it's not you're not going to have to wait for it.
On that note, waiting for red days on S&P, I backtested that. You miss on the big green days, so that's kind of safe play, but you miss out on those big days.
It's better to buy.
What Buffett is, so like the other thing that you mentioned is what Buffett is doing. Like he's saying options are the worst. It's like gonna destroy the world, destroy your portfolio. But if you look at what he's doing, he's literally doing that. He's selling cash secure puts on SPY years ahead. Like I think the most he did is 10 years ahead, and he just got a lot, like just crazy premiums on SPY, and just using that cash then he gets right now to invest further. So yeah, he's against options on paper, but he's usually just using them on a daily basis.
Probably hedging, just using them to hedge, and they have to use them. Like if you just don't use them and you have a fund, you're missing out on a ton of money and on risk management. And thank you Davos, Dadavos. Thanks for the compliments. We like that you like it. And for anyone watching, you'll have a replay on YouTube. And we have these live streams every Tuesday and Thursday, 1 hour after market open. And if you have any topics, take Dadavos. If you have any topics you would like us to talk about, or you want to jump on one of our live streams, just let us know. But these are pretty short ones. In the future, what we're going to do, we're going to invite you guys, you particularly, and anyone who's watching would like to present their strategy, show how they trade, what they're doing, and hear you out, ask you tons of questions, and learn from each other. Ivan, do you want to add anything, or we end this live stream?
Yeah, exactly. I think we can also do some live trading as well in the future as we launch new features. Watch out for the flow. I think we'll have more sessions that just show you how to use different kind of features, especially for day trading. I think, yeah, stay tuned. Lots of exciting updates.
Awesome. I cannot end the live stream if